and welcome back to my channel, that is Gayatri, your Codex Mitra. And in today's video I will be starting with creating a responsive hotel menu card, and in this I will be using a HTML as well as the CSS language. So let's get started over here. Here I will be created a hotel underscore menu.html file, and here I will be create the CSS file. To create new file, here click on this file and I will be give the file name as hotel underscore menu.css file. Here you can see. Now I will be creating a basic HTML structure and change the title. Here I will be give the title name as a hotel menu card, and inside the HTML head section, here I will be give the link of the CSS file. So link and relation is equals to style sheet, and the reference h reference is equals to, here I will be giving the file name, that is our CSS file name, hotel underscore menu dot CSS file, and end this with that greater than symbol. Now let's see, let go to the body section, and here I will be creating one div, and here I will give the div the class name for that div, that is menu card, and inside that I will create another div and give the class name for that div is menu header. So let's hit enter, and inside that I will create another div and give the class name as a hotel name. This is the main head section of our menu card. So here I will be giving the heading as Gayatri's hotel, and after that here I will give the image src, and already I have one image, so that saved in image folder. So image slash girl.jpg, and the alternate message here I will be give as a logo. Now let's check. So here you can see that our image is displayed and our heading. So here I will remove this. First I will keep my logo, and after that the image I will keep. Now I will give the class name, or here only I will create one more div and give the class name as a logo for the div, and inside that div I will be keeping my image. So let's give the CSS property to that. Now select the h1 and give the properties for that, the text align center. Here I will give that the font weight as 600. Now next I will be selecting the logo, means that our hotel menu cards main image, and here I will give that height as a 200 pixels, and width as a 200 pixels. Border radius here I will be giving as a 13 pixels, so sorry, 15%. So it is not working. Now I will select the logo and the image tag as well. Now save and refresh. So here you can see this is working now better. Now go to the, let's add some properties to our menu header. In that here you can see the class name I have given as a menu header. So for that only I am giving the CSS style as a text align center. First I will keep it as a display flex, that it can occupy the entire width. Justify content here I will give as a center. Now let's save and refresh. So here you can see all my content is coming at the center. Now let's give the properties to. First here I will create one more div and give the class name for, and inside that only I will keep my h2. So hotel name I will keep that the class name and give my h2 heading inside that. So let's paste it over here. And here I will give one paragraph and the description about my. Here you can see the description about my hotel. I have given authentic Indian food available. So now let's give the properties over here inside our hotel underscore menu.css file. I will select the hotel name and paste all the properties that I given to the header. Now let's see. So here you can see still it is coming in one row. So now I will change that display flex as a block. So here you can see it is occupying the entire width. So for that we have to change the CSS property of the header section. Here I will keep the display as a block. I will change in the hotel name as well. As a display block. And now let's refresh. Here you can see that entire it is coming one by one at the center only. Now let's go to our files and here I will create the main menu section that contains all our product details. So that for that here I will give that the class name as menu items. But before that here I will create one more div that for the main act as a main container. So here I will give the class name as menu section, and inside that menu section I am giving the h2 heading as a main course. Here you can see. And after that here I am creating a one more div with a class name as menu items, and inside that here I will create one image that displays our food item image and alternate message whatever we want. Next after that I will create another div that is the item details that will display our item name and our item description. So for that two details here I will create two divs. First here I will give as item name. So name of that item it will be displayed over here. And after that here I will create give the value to that value inside the div as a paneer tikka. First I will give, and next I will create another div with a class name as item description desc. Next inside that here I will give some text. So okay, here I will give as a spicy and or else we can give that the grilled cheese cubes with the spice. So grilled cheese. cubes with the spice. Now here I will create a one more div with a class name as item price. So it will display the price of that particular item, means the food item. Here I will give the value as 200. Now let's save and refresh the browser. Here you can see at the screen last. So now I will remove that margin and padding by default given by the browser. So for that, here I will select the universal selector, and here I will make that a margin and padding as a 0 pixel. 0 margin I will give as 0, as well as the padding as 0. Now let's save and see. Here you can see it has some space, and now it will be removed when I refresh the browser. Here you can see everything goes to the end of our screen. Now let's give the properties to our menu card. I will be using the dot to select that class name, and first here I will give the maximum width for that menu card as 800 pixels. Now here I will give the margin as auto. Next here I will give that border radius, and border radius here I will giving as 13 pixels. Next after that the box shadow, that will be give the lifted effect to our menu card. Here I will give the 0, 5 pixel, 15 pixel and one RGB color as 0, 0, 0 and 0.1. Next let's see. Here you can see, but it is not showing the border. So here now I will give the color for that. So border 2 pixel and solid. Next here I will give one color, so light blue. Now let's save this and once again see. Here you can see it has the border and the curved border, because I have given the border radius as a 13 pixels. So now here I will give the margin for that. So margin from top I will keeping it as a 10 pixel, so that it will come down from our. Here you can see it is giving the small amount of margin, so I will increase that to a 30 pixel. So now here you can see now it is come down more. Now here I will give the properties to our h1 as a margin I want from all the sides, so I will select the margin as a 20 pixels here and 10 pixel. So let's refresh it. Now I want that content to the center, so let's give the more properties. So now I'll select the menu item and let's go to the CSS file. Okay, I will give the select that as a menu, first menu section, and here I will give that the display block that use like a block element. Justify content, here I will give it as the center. Now let's give the one more property, that is a text align center. Now let's save and refresh. So here you can see the entire content that I have given at the center is coming. So now let's give the properties to other, that I want to different differentiator. For that, here I will using the HR tag to separate that each element. First I have separated the header, next that menu item. Now here you can see the small thin line is coming. This is for the separation only I have given. Now let's copy this and paste after that HR tag. Here I will give one more HR and paste that once more time. This is I am pasting 4 times. Here you can see the each content. Now I have the four copies of that. So let's give the style to all that. First here I will download one image using the pixabay.com. Search for the paneer tikka and let's hit enter. Here you can see the images are present. So here it is going to the next source. So I want in the Pixabay only. So let's see. Okay, this is image inside the Pixabay. Now you can see this is the download button. Download it over here. Now go to the file location. Here you can see this is our image. Now copy the same image inside our image folder that is present inside the Codex Mitra folder. Now rename it as paneer. Here you can see I have renamed it. Now let's use this image inside our HTML code. Here you can see the image tag, and in the src attribute here I will give the image /paneer/jpg file, and alternate message here I will giving as a paneer tikka. So now let's go and add the properties over here. Here I will be selecting that menu section. Okay, that is not menu section, that is menu item. And also I have selected that image. Here I will giving the height of the for that image as 100 pixel, and the width here I will give it as 100 pixels. Now let's add the border radius for that image. It curves that sharp corners. Now here you can see the image that has the curved corners. Now let's give the more properties. Now here I will be selecting menu items, and inside that here I will keep that display flex, that it will get the entire width and separate each items, means the logo and their description as well as their price in a one row. I will be giving the properties at display flex, align item centers, and margin from bottom as 20 pixels. Here you can see. Now I am giving the border radius so 1 pixel. And dashed. Here I will be giving one color for that border radius. So color is hash code #CCC. Now let's give some padding for the menu item. Padding from bottom 15 pixels. Let's see. Here you can see that the image is at the corner. Now after this, here you can see our next, that is item details, that has the item name and item descriptions. So let's give the properties to each class. First selected a menu item and image. For that, here I will give the object fit and the value as a cover for that image, and here I will add the margin as a 20 pixel. That I will give the margin from right as a 20 pixels. Now next I will give the properties to the item details class. Here I will give the flex grow as a 1, so not text, it is flex grow. Now next I will give the property for that item name that contains our product name. So select that class item name and give the properties here. So first here I will give the font size. The size here I will keep it as 18 pixels, and font weight here I will giving in text as a bold, and next the margin from bottom I will give, that is 5 pixels, and the color here I will give the gray or a dark gray color, #333. Let's see, here you can see that each content separated, and you can see the text of that product name has changed to dark gray color. Now next I will give the properties for the description, that is item description. Here I will give the first font size. Font size I will giving it as a 14 pixel, and next is the color. Color I will give it as #666, the dull gray color. Now let's give the properties to our item price. First I will give the font size as 18 pixels. Next add the color for the text. Here I will give it as a green, so #28A745. Next here I will giving the weight for the font, so font weight as a bold value. Let's see, here you can see the color of the price is changed. Now let's some properties and add some bottom here for the image. So I have given the margin as a right, so here you can see that I will give the margin only. It will allows the all the side margin. Now let's download all the images and give the path inside the image tag. So first here I will search for the product food item, that is biryani first. Okay, now select among this one and download from the download button. And let's now search for our another item. Here I will give it as the Manchurian. Okay, wait, I think it is different, so here I will give the gobi manchuri. Let's see. it is still not giving the correct answer. It is so let's here I will change my item only. Here I will search for the noodles and let's see. Now we have the noodles. Okay, I will save this for the pasta. And one more for noodles. Okay, this image I will download. Our all images are downloaded. Let's copy that all the images and paste inside our image folder, that inside our Codex Mitra folder, image folder, and paste it over here. Now let's rename this each image so that we can refer in our code in an easy way. Select one, go to the properties and rename it. So here you can see I have renamed it biryani, pasta and noodles. Now let's give the path inside our code. So I will open that code. Go to the HTML file and inside the image tag, here you can see the src. I will give it as image slash the biryani.jpg and alternate message as biryani. Here I will change the item name as biryani. Okay, we have to change this text as well, so I will remove this. Next here next is pasta as our item name and src is image slash noodles.jpg. Change the price as well for each item, 230 for biryani. Next, that is our last one is for the noodles. Okay, now we have to change the text, means that a description is present here for each item. So here I will give that the crispy noodles something, crispy noodles with Indian spice. Now next change the other descriptions as well. Let's see that here I will give that multicolored pasta or multicolored tasty pasta. Next give the description for the biryani, that I will give it as biryani with traditionally cooked. Now next save this. Okay, now I have added the description, price. So let's see. Here you can see the all images are working good. The name, item names, description and price. So now let's change the properties that will give the correct visually good for is. So let's add here the padding as 15 pixels and Let's select the body that I want that looks different from our menu card. So background color here I will changing as F3. Let's see, refresh. Here you can see now it is two different color. Now here I will give the background color for our H1. I will give some orange color. Let's see. Okay, it is not working. Let's see what is the wrong in this. So here you can see I have used the H2. Now I have changed as H1. Now let's refresh. So here you can see I have the background for our heading, means of our hotel name, as orange color. Next I will change that color of that our heading. Here I will give it as white. So hash FFF. Let's see. Next add the properties for the item name. Here I will give the color for the text. Here I will use the hash code same as the previous one. Okay, it is not working. Here you can see I have already given the color, so I will remove this gray color and give the orange. Let's save and refresh. Here you can see now we have the item names in orange color. Let's change the color for that description as well. So here I will use the color picker, and here I will select one color. Let's see. Oh, it is not looking good. Using the color picker we can choose any color. So I want a dark greenish color. Now let's see. Okay, it is looking good now. Now here you can see I have HR is given to separate each items and the head sections. So now I will remove this. First I will remove that item menu sections. So here you can see the HR is removed. Now I will remove this headers HR. First I will give the border for the to separate that each section inside the menu items. Here I will give the border. It will only border, it will add the border from all four side. Let's see, border 2 pixel, double, and orange the color. So now here you can see it adds the all side border. So now we only want from the bottom. So here I will give the property name as a border from bottom. Let's see. Now here you can see we have the border from bottom. Now let's change the header HR tag. Here you can see the HR. So I will remove this, and same properties that I have applied for menu item I will give that for our menu header. Border, okay, I want from bottom, so border bottom as a 2 pixel, double, and color here I will use the same color as orange. Let's see. Here you can see that the bottom border is in orange color. Now I will change that border of our menu card because it is not looking good. Using the color picker, I will select one dark color that that is visually look like visually good. So let's, here you can see. So that's all for the today's video. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. Keep supporting. Bye bye.